Na 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 Hat Man.
And we're gonna be busting out our wigs because we got something to vent about.
Plus, was David Schwimmer from Friends almost a man in black?
Welcome to Side Dish.
The world is yours. Sky's the limit.
All right.
Man, one time for the family, man. Side Dish back in action. Happy Monday to everybody. I'm Headkrack.
Hey, I'm Tanner. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I had a great, wonderful family recharging weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was dope. Very memorable, but I don't remember it.
Oh, what do you mean?
You know how sometimes you have such a good time, you black out?
Yes. I know exactly.
No, because here's the wild thing. Because I remember, like, I was a huge Michael Jackson fan growing up, still am now, right? And I know we talked about it before. My grandmother took me to see Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And I had such a good time that I, like, completely men in blacked the whole memory and don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
And I remember going. I remember getting the tour brochure. I had my little white glove.
Yeah.
However, I don't remember nothing about the concert.
Yeah.
And I was like, Grandma, you remember that time you took me to go get a tour book? And she was like, no, I took you to a concert. And I'm like, why don't I remember it? And he's like, yo, the neighbor, Miss Tran from 3 doors down, had to tell you numerous times to sit down. Because apparently I was dancing in the aisle and just getting it up. I don't remember none of that.
How old were you? Do you remember?
I had to be 5, maybe 6.
That's
Probably 6. I was probably 6 years old.
I bet. Man, that's tricky. That's probably a core memory locked away back there somewhere.
But I remember other terrible things that happened when I was 3. But I don't remember the thing I cared about. What do you love the most?
Oh, man, that's hard to say. In the 80s, it probably would have been Ninja Turtles.
Okay, but what about if adult Tanner right now, if Sydney Sweeney just walked in right now, like, you know, flashed only you and said, holla at me after Side Dish and walked off, but tomorrow you didn't remember it.
Oh, no, that's terrible, HK. Don't say that. Don't put that out in the universe.
Okay. Yo, Sydney!
Well, come on out! Thanks for rocking with us, guys, on Side Dish. Shout out to our Fox Soul folks and our Dish Nations and our Side Dishettes and all you people. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Hit that little bell button. Make it go ring-a-ding-ding.
Yeah.
Whenever we come on and go live.
And let's dive in, because those commercials are coming.
They are coming. We're getting there.
Let's dive into Feed Me. This is where we talk about things we seen on the timeline. You have not ever skydived, have you?
No.
Neither have I.
No.
Closest thing I came is jumped out of a bunk bed.
I'm white, but I'm not that white yet.
Okay. I have white ambition then.
Oh, okay.
I want to do a skydive thing. That whole tandem thing, man, is weird.
Dude, I'll go skydiving with you. We can't be tandem because we would die. But
Facts.
like, I'll jump out of the plane.
If they threw 2 novices out at the same time, I'd be like, yo, do your best. Then I also still have that feeling that I'm gonna pull a cord and I'm gonna get tangled in the cord. Like,
I know. We can get over it, dude. I will do this with you. I'm telling you 100%. I'll do this.
Well, let's get it done then.
Okay.
Anyway, this person skydived, right? And apparently they jumped out of a plane wearing their favorite hat, which is crazy if you realize that you also shouldn't do that on a roller coaster. However, this man did everything in his power to get that hat back. Check it out.
This is what's so wild. All right, he's so far up in the sky, he finds his hat and it's falling. And he's like directing his parachute around to go grab his hat.
And even in this footage, I can tell you that the earth is round.
Just straight through my lines. Okay, now I think I can get it.
That's what's so crazy to me, is you think, oh, it's gone forever. No.
Dang it.
Yo, man, that hat would have just...
Got it.
What in the world?
What sport does this make you great at?
Ooh, I don't know.
I mean, I'm thinking frisbee, right?
Frisbee or maybe even football, like to find something flying through the air.
Oh my God.
And just like catch it.
I just knew that hat was finito, never coming back ever, and you just proved me wrong.
Yeah, I'll lose a hat on a roller coaster and I'm like, bye. Like, it's never coming back, you know?
Yo, and I'm the person that's like, yo, can you stop the ride?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to go down there and like go in the rummage and get my hat. It's never happened because, you know, I understand gravity.
People can die like that too.
Yeah, well, not stop the ride while we're still on it, but like, you know, we got off the ride to be like, hey, Mr. Person who's a teenager running a ride.
Oh, yeah.
Can you like stop so I can climb that? Yeah.
Well, I tell you where people have messed up is they've been like, hey, Mr. Teenager, and he's like, no, I can't stop it. I'm sorry, that's that. Your hat's gone. And then they've like climbed over the fence to try to get their hat, and a roller coaster has come through and sent them to the other side.
Well, you earned that because that's just you being a hard-headed person who doesn't listen.
Yeah. That's modern, what do they call that? Darwinism. There it is.
There we go. There we go.
All right, speaking of something that's not Darwinism, man, I came across this video. I thought it was so dope. This woman, her name is Christy M. Akusha, I think. Forgive me if I got it wrong. I don't even want to tee it up. I just want to show it to you.
We'll bring it on.
Watch this. Look at this. Speaking of the Michael Jackson of it all, she's underwater, HK.
That's impressive.
Now okay, so she's hitting it, right? She looks good.
Yo, and he.
Now wait. Whoa, okay, hold on. Now, do we have it in the B-roll, Kim? Okay, here comes the dopest part. Here comes the second part. All right, we're not playing the song for this. Okay, so here in a second, do we have the end of the video? We do have the end of the video. Okay, so she's hitting it all. It looks pretty dope. She hits the moonwalk, but then check this out. She gets up to the top and hits the moonwalk again.
That's a mermaid.
How dope is that?
That person is that's Ariel cousin.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who can do anything coordinated and scheduled underwater other than swim,
Right.
always blows my mind.
Mind blowing.
Yo, like, how did she hit that heeled moonwalk?
I'm also just like, how long did it take? First, you got to get that good at swimming and holding your breath. Then you got to set up a camera. Then you got to get the costume on. Then you got to hit the moves. Then you got to swim to the top, get another breath, go back down, hit the moves, top, bop, 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 and then edit it all together. Like, she has hundreds of hours in this.
You really thought that through, because I thought she did that in one sped up take.
I mean, it was sped up, but I think it had to be multiple takes.
Yo, the editing
Impressive, right?
deserves a high five too. Shout out to Derek Wilson, says, love you guys. Love you back,
Thank you,
brother.
Derek.
And then, oh no, we might. Oh, we do.
So
Okay,
talk
cool.
to us if we have our next clip.
Living
out
Goddess
here.
was like, how, Sway? Damn, where do these talented people come from? Usually in challenged countries.
Yeah, usually, Derek Wilson said, that's Tanner's good cousin. Every now and then there is one.
There's tons of good cousins out there. And you know what? I love seeing unity.
Yeah.
People unifying for one cause. So it's like you on a team.
Yeah.
Somebody on the other team hurt somebody that's on your team. No matter what color it is, everybody on the same team. And this basketball game turned into a basket brawl.
Oh.
Big shout out to Caleb Banks-Nowitzki on IG who commented over this video. Check it out.
Bro, I promise this is the funniest fight I've ever seen in my life. So let's get to it. Buddy knock him down. His teammate come.
Oh, wow.
Bro,
Just elbowed him?
Like, why he do that, bro?
You can tell he
Like,
been
what-
in prison
bro.
before, for real.
He elbowed him for no reason. Like, this is crazy. So now niggas like, let's get to it. And then Buddy.
Whoa.
He had that
What
little
is
Mac
that?
from Punch Out jump.
Why do you have to jump and punch?
He came off the bench. Bro, you can turn into Rey Mysterio.
Wait, watch Buddy though. Watch Buddy. Watch
No,
Buddy.
everybody
watch
get
Buddy.
into it, bro.
Oh, no.
Look at that. Look at that.
Why is he jumping on? What? What is he doing?
Bro, niggas is jumping around.
Number
fool.
two.
Dang, in the back of the head?
Bro, where is the security team?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Why
here go
is
this guy.
nobody saying
No.
And Buddy is
What is happening?
He kicked nothing.
Bro,
He almost blew out his whole entire knee for nothing, yo.
not number 12.
What? Is this still going on?
This nigga head. Ain't none of them fight, bro. This is funny as hell, bro. Why? Where's the security team?
What in the world? Yo, that's the thing about basketball players is like they're so tall and some of them are so lanky that like watching them fight sometimes is like watching like deer learn to walk where it's like we're a little wobbly, you know?
Yo, I know this is kind of dark, but you know, like when you go to them parades and it be the people on stilts.
Yeah.
Yo, man, every now and then when somebody hit a pothole that they wasn't ready for, and it's just like a human Jenga, I'll be on like Mr. Burns. I'm a help, you know, once you
Right.
fall, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've never seen a person.
I'm not gonna
fully
catch
commit.
you on the way down.
Nah, 'cause I don't know how much you weigh.
Right, that's a long fall and you're picking up speed.
Oh yeah, you got like weird height and velocity on your side, and you just snap over me like a stick of butter on grits.
But also HK, think about this. Oh man, okay. Stilt boxing.
Yo, man,
Like up on stilts, and you gotta be good on your feet.
we done dropped like $10 billion worth of great ideas since we've started doing Side Dish.
We're
And
giving this away for free.
And I think we cranking out like one new show or movie concept per episode.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hollywood should be watching us.
They should be. We need to start our own network.
Who
with,
would you put in a stilt boxing league?
Oh, I don't know. You got to start out with somebody from Cirque du Soleil. Somebody from Cirque du Soleil, like an experienced stilt person, I think takes an experienced boxer person.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Because you got skill versus balance. Are we going with short people?
Could be.
Like Tom Cruise. Who we putting Tom Cruise against? Because he does his own stunts, so he's gonna like learn the hell out of these stilts.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Like how's like Manny Pacquiao on stilts? Is he still deadly?
Not as much.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, because he's so much lighter than most people.
Right.
I like Tom for that one.
Tom
versus
Cruise might take it
Pacquiao.
in that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What say you guys in the chat?
Let us know who you got in the stilt boxing.
Somebody
league.
said Jackie Chan.
Okay, Jackie Chan is taking everyone. That's for sure.
Last time because he kind of would use stilts in.
Yeah.
He would use ladders as stilts.
Yes.
Jackie Chan is that guy.
Next level.
Well, listen, man.
So let's see the video again. Do we have time for it? We've got a big show today, guys. We've got a big show
Maybe we'll
today,
roll
guys.
it as credits at the end.
Yeah, if we have time, we'll bring it back up.
Cool. Hey, baby, what we got coming up, man? Oh,
It's Monday Mayhem. We got
We're
some
about to
Monday
wig
Mayhem
out.
coming up.
and David Schwimmer was almost an agent, and Key and Peele have suffered a tragedy. We'll tell you more about that and other things up next inside this, y'all.
It's Monday Mayhem, and I'm sick of it. Yeah. Here, I got you right here. Give it to me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's your mayhem?
I can start with a lot of things, brother.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell everybody the first thing I'm very upset about is the fact that Transformers was not the #1 movie in the country this weekend. I lost to Beetlejuice.
Lost the Beetle, not the Jews. Listen, brother.
The juice was loose in the
juice
theaters
was
again this
loose.
weekend. Meanwhile, Optimus Prime and Megatron waged a battle to destroy the evil forces of the
The
Decepticons.
Decepticons. Everyone knows it's more than meets the eye. Beetlejuice, Beetle lose. Boo.
Yo, and Beetlejuice won by like $1 million.
Really? Okay.
Barely, it was close.
Oh,
But
that was a close one.
I was shocked it was able to hold on for 3 weeks consistently.
Yeah.
Have you,
I
you
had
said
no
you saw it, right? Beetlejuice?
I did see Beetlejuice. Yes, I saw Beetlejuice. I saw it opening. Whoop, whoop, thing. I saw it. I was trying to get my braids out of my way here. I saw it opening weekend. It was great. I haven't seen Transformers yet, but that's on the list. I'm gonna see that.
I feel like I'm auditioning to play Billy Idol in David Bowie in Labyrinth.
Oh yeah. The power of the babe. What power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do? dance in the magic. Anyway, man,
What's your Monday mayhem?
my Monday mayhem. What is my Monday mayhem? My Monday mayhem is that, like, you know what I'm upset about? My Monday mayhem. I don't feel like whoa, that's some aggression. Do your kids probably get outside and play a lot? Like,
Not enough.
Not enough. But you got the beautiful backyard. You got the woods back there.
They're over it.
They're over it. My nephew, like caught and held a snake all weekend. It was a rat snake, so not a rat hole snake. But I just think it's great. And now I'm upset that more kids don't have access to wonderful, beautiful nature and the things that live in nature.
So, your nephew was able to go in your backyard, look at a snake, tell what kind of snake it was, and be like, yeah, this one's safe?
Well, so my brother-in-law was able to identify the snake.
Okay.
Which made it okay for my nephew to try to catch it.
Cool. And
which he did.
You trust your brother-in-law?
I do trust. He knows all
Okay.
about this stuff. And the snake was only like this big, so we're not talking about a big, dangerous snake. Like, its mouth would bite you, but it doesn't have fangs.
Okay.
It's like it's not poisonous. And when I was a kid, like, of course, I grew up in the country. We had a nature center in this park, in this like park in my hometown, where you could go and like learn about snakes and squirrels or flying squirrels or turtles and crawdads and all kinds of stuff like that. And sometimes I feel like kids today don't have access to that stuff.
Yeah, this is true. They spend so much time inside that going out is punishment.
Yeah.
And staying in the house is
Yeah.
the reward.
True story.
So, shout out to y'all. What's y'all Monday, man?
What's the Monday mayhem in the comments?
Justin Ayers said, Crocodile Hunter Tanner.
Crocodile Hunter?
He looked like somebody from the 90s. I guess it could be either one of us. Tanner.
I look like, wait, what's the lead singer of that band? Round here.
Counting Crows. Yeah. Mr. Jones and me
had to tell each other fairy tales, and we stare after beautiful women. She looking at you. No, he's great. He's great, by the way.
Yo,
I want to
man.
say I like him a lot.
Yo, that song bonded with my soul. My first job I ever had was working at Schlotsky's. And
Yeah.
There's this kid I used to work with named Tim Wilson. Big shout to him. Like one night I would get to control the radio, and the other night he would get to control the radio. That year I got acclimated to Counting Crows, Ace of Base, and Beck.
Those are three great bands.
Oh man, people that would perform at Edgefest year after year.
Yeah.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time. Ah man.
Do we have any? Let me just check the comments real quick for Mayhem. They're just laughing. Are we your Mayhem? Is it
We
like?
are.
But also, HK's totally right. Like when you move this one around, it really changes.
Who are you
It
now?
really changes who you are. I don't know. Like, it's getting more Counting Crows the further back I go.
Let's see what happens if I turn mine. If I turn mine.
Oh!
Now I'm T-Boz.
See if you can like curl it behind your ear.
And I creep. Yeah, keep it on the down.
Nice.
If you go like this, then you're like a president.
Oh yeah, that's that. I'm about to sign some laws.
Yeah,
Haircut.
like 4 scores 7 years ago.
That's that 1776 cut.
Man, we got some Friends news to get into. What's going on with David Schwimmer?
Dude. Okay, so David Schwimmer, and I also think we might be talking about more about Friends later on the show because it's like the 30th anniversary or something, but
Damn, that went by fast.
yeah, God, geez, dude, we'll get into it. Okay, so there's David Schwimmer. He's in the blue shirt, just in case everybody's confused about him versus Courtney Cox there. And he just did this interview, and it came out that he was offered Will Smith's role in Men in Black, straight up offered the role. Right?
Oh.
So David Schwimmer was offered to be Agent J across from Tommy Lee Jones. But here's what's going on is Schwimmer had just found some stardom from Friends, and then the studios gave him an opportunity after he made a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow. He got an opportunity to direct his own movie.
Okay.
Which is like kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants that. And he's from Chicago, and he's like, oh, I'm going to put all my best actor friends in this movie. We're going to shoot it in Chicago. I'm going to direct it. It's going to be great. That's a dream scenario.
Right.
And then a couple weeks before they were supposed to start production, they come around and they offer him, they say, here's the script to Men in Black. Do you want to be Agent J? But if he takes this, then him and his friends aren't doing the movie. He's got to back out and let all of these people down.
Damn.
And so at the end of the day, he went with his heart and he chose to make his movie, which wound up being released on TV in like 1998, 1999. But then Men in Black went on to be a worldwide phenomenon.
With 3 sequels, well, 2 sequels and a reboot.
And a reboot. And further established Will Smith as box office gold.
Yeah, I don't think that movie would have flew with David Schwimmer in it. Because
No,
he
dude.
wouldn't have been able to do the soundtrack.
No. Come on now.
Like, 50% of the Men in Black success was the movie. The
Yeah.
other 50% was the fact that Will Smith soundtrack record was jamming.
That's the other thing is like, I wish, is there any artist right now who's like dropping a single for every film they do, like Will did in the 90s?
Nah, because like the soundtracks aren't as driving of a film as they used to be. I mean, they still put them out, but you don't have those, like, I don't know what was a big soundtrack for you, but for me growing up, Juice, Above the Rim, Boys in the Hood soundtrack, man, all the gangster flicks, oddly enough. Friday and on the Lowski Woski when no one was watching, the Annie.
Wait. The sun will come out tomorrow?
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Beautiful. That's
Yo,
great.
man, she was tough, man.
Yeah,
she was
Annie was tough.
White Ice Spice.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know, big soundtracks for me. I was definitely a huge Will Smith fan, so it's like I had the Men in Black soundtrack. I can recall the saxophone solo. I also, the Wild Wild West. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, based on the Stevie Wonder, on the Stevie's original track.
And you got Stevie to show up, and that's difficult.
Yeah, very difficult.
You know?
And then the other one was probably like, I don't know, Armageddon. That had a banger soundtrack back in the day. That
Which
was like
one?
98. Armageddon, the movie Armageddon.
With the Aerosmith song.
Yeah,
Don't wanna close my eyes. Don't
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
cross the street, cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss a thing.
That's it.
We should do that's what I call the 90s, but it's just us singing the song.
Well, here's the
on
thing: is it's like, it's what it is it's a competition, and it's us doing our best to act like we know the song, even if we don't know it. Like, can I convince you that I know the song? This is probably a game show that exists.
It is another
somewhere.
game show, and that game show is called Instant Commercial.
Okay.
We give you 3 things, and to build the product off of, and then you got like 60 seconds to do
Make a commercial?
your commercial, and the audience picks who like does the best one.
Ah, very good. Very
2
good.
ideas this week, Hollywood, and we keep these in the archives so we see our stuff.
Let me hit you with this. What would you do if you were in David Schwimmer's position there? Like, somebody's like, HK, you get to, I mean, I don't know, like, you're getting to make your own movie. And it's like it's you and your friends and getting to do the whole thing. And then you get an opportunity that, like, you obviously can't predict the future, but you can tell that a big action sci-fi, typically those do really well.
Did David Schwimmer know that this movie was going to be a made-for-TV movie when he was directing it?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Okay. Oh, so they played him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would have did the thing where I made sure all my friends got to eat because, like, that's what we agreed on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm one of the people, if I tell you I'm going to do something, my word is my word.
You can't go back.
Another opportunity to come. However,
Yeah.
on the 13th anniversary of the release of Men in Black, I'm going to unalive myself.
No. How many years that's already happened?
I know. Well, but that's just me. I'm not
Okay.
telling David Schwimmer to do that.
Got it.
Because, we already lost a friend.
Also, in really weird small Hollywood news, when I first moved to LA in like 2005, one of my first jobs was flower delivery. I used to work for this place called Rita Flora. It was at La Brea and 6th, and I delivered flowers 100% on my soul to David Schwimmer's mother from David Schwimmer.
That's what's up.
That's a fact. His sister was there. She opened the door. I knew it was his sister because they looked like twins.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
So it looked like him, like with.
I was like, oh.
with the wig on.
Danielle Schwimmer. I don't,
Is it twin?
no,
Or just
I don't know.
regular sister?
Maybe. I don't know. But there was a family resemblance. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow,
enough.
weird small world story. Sorry.
Very
sorry.
small world.
Yeah.
Somebody randomly just said the Penguin is awesome. Yes, it is. I saw that this weekend. But let's talk about Keegan-Michael Key.
Yes, sir.
Who is in that movie, Transformers. He plays Bumblebee, or B as he's known in this movie. He says that it's a tragedy that him and Jordan Poole don't talk anymore or get to see each other anymore. And that breaks my heart, too.
It's so interesting, like their career trajectory, Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele there, like they were so brilliantly funny together for so long.
Yeah.
And then for Jordan to like get into scary movies is such a hard left, from being like short form comedy. And it's like there's a part of me that wants to see Keegan end up in those films, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yo, like I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Keanu 2.
Yeah.
Because that was a funny movie. I didn't think they could make a movie about a cat funny, but they did. And and like Jordan Peele has proved that he could, actually Keegan-Michael Key has proved that like he not only could do like comedic acting stuff, but also serious stuff too, even though you're laughing at him because it's him. But
Yes.
he can pull it off. He's like, they're both classically trained, but we, Mad TV reunion special, something, man. I
Give us an hour.
Yeah.
Give us an hour of the old skits updated for now. You know what I'm saying?
Like
and
Key
I
and
said,
Peele.
Like, if we could get just a new version of all of those, my favorite Key and Peele skit, Racist Zombies.
I gotta look that one up.
You don't know Racist Zombies?
I don't think I've seen that one.
These racist zombies!
So the zombies wouldn't bite them because they were black?
Yo, dude, so they're outside. You guys know, they're outside, and it's the two of them trying to get somewhere. And there's like a white person with them. It's been a while since I've seen it. And they're trying to like navigate, and they see all these zombies outside in this like nice neighborhood or whatever. And then like a zombie gets like the white person, and they're like, no, like it's like scary. And then like they're trying to sneak through, and then they kind of realize that like the zombies aren't coming for them. And then they're like, wait, hold up a second. And then there's a zombie in a car, and the zombie looks up at them and then locks its door. Yo. And then they're like, these some motherfucking rape, or a mother bleep. And then they're like walking down the street, and the zombie, and then there's another black guy, another brother's over here grilling, and he's like, hey, come on. And so there's a whole cookout going on in the backyard over here.
And the zombies just leaving everybody alone.
Leaving them alone.
I could visualize the whole thing. Now, my
so
favorite
good.
one is the one we talked about the other day where like the comedian was on stage.
Oh,
and,
roast me.
And he wanted, and Jordan Peele played it, dude. He wanted him to roast, and it just goes so crazy. You gotta look it up. Key and Peele comedy show.
Classic.
Stand-up bit is funny as hell, man.
It's hard when you like establish your career with somebody, and it's like clear that they were good friends before. I'm sure they're still good friends now, but it's just like you build that bond, and then it goes away, and they're living on opposite coasts.
And like even when you think about other dynamic duos, y'all let us know in the chat, who would you like to see do a movie together
Who do you
that
wanna
hasn't
bring
done
back?
in a while? Like Cheech and Chong were a thing.
Yes.
Them Cheech solo movies and them Chong solo movies, nah. And then also too, I liked seeing Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes together a lot back in the 80s because they was Wildcats together, White Man Can't Jump, Money Train, and I feel like there's one more movie they did together, but there's something about the dynamic of those two that always worked for me.
That's so good. I just thought about another Key and Peele skit where it's like they're the door guys. Do you know the ones where they're both doormen working at a really nice?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, and they're talking about Liam Neeson's. You know, when it's like my man Liam Neeson's in them, or like the Mel Gibsons, and they're all talking about action films. I don't know. It's so good. You guys in the comments, you know what I'm talking about.
McFly Jedi guy said Samuel Jackson and Lawrence Fishburne. The only movie I remember them being in, I think, was it King of New York? With Christopher Walken, and I'm not even sure if Samuel Jackson was in that, but
there's a channel on YouTube that shows Key and Peele skits. I'm sure there's probably like a Tubi channel. Did I cuss? Maybe accidentally. Don't tell anyone, okay, guys? Shh. Not them Sandy Bullocks.
Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy need another movie together.
Yeah.
I agree. I love. Have you seen Life?
Yes.
Life was great, and then
Don't Get Right. Can't Get Right.
Oh, you want your cornbread? There was so many amazing quotables in that film, and I wish it would have made way more money than it did, but it did well. And
When
it
his
aged
toe gets
well.
stuck in the bottle.
Wasn't there something recently that they? No, they both dropped movies at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I live in a fictional world where I make movies happen that haven't happened yet. So there's a version of Beverly Hills Cop and Bad Boys where there's a crossover. So yeah, in my head I put Eddie Murphy and Martin.
Someone said
recently.
Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. Oh, that's right, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, the two of them together.
That was a one and done. I think you need. Well, I mean, I guess
That was one and done, but we'd like to see it again.
Yeah, like maybe a prequel of like how they ended up working together as the Vega brother and what was Samuel Jackson's name? Was it?
Not Jules. Jules.
That sounds about
Jules,
right. Jules,
yeah.
yeah. I would like to see like Jules, like same way they do a Power Universe. They could do Jules and the other guy the early years. Yo, another group or duo that is not really rocking out together like that is Tia and Tamera.
Really?
In a teaser for her WeTV docuseries, Tamera Mowry talked about struggling with feeling alone post a divorce from Corey Hardwick. I know a lot of people want to help cheer you up. And she said she wished she was still close to her twin Tamera so she can call her. But that's just not where they are right now.
Oh, man, that breaks my heart.
It does too, because you know, like sometimes we see people rocking out on TV for so long, especially siblings. You just think that they always on the phone with each other, just like sister.
It's so interesting. I feel I have two younger sisters. I'm very fortunate. We have a good relationship because like you see it all the time. It's like, and you see it on TV families and just like your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes some family drama comes along and you don't get along with the people who you are literally closest to being. And so, man, I'm so sad to hear that they're not vibing like that right now.
I mean, like, let us know in the chat, is this worthy of a prayer group? And how many prayer warriors should we dispatch to help get this situation rectified?
How many T's and P's?
Yeah, because like sometimes it gets to a point where God be like, all right, come on, man. Like, that was gonna work itself out. You didn't need me for this.
Yeah, it's almost like we need to get a GoFundMe together for another episode of Sister Sister.
That should be level 1. And if that doesn't work out, then we got to get God involved.
Yeah.
What y'all think in the chat? We'll figure it out, man. But in the meantime, D.L. Hughley, he clapping back at Janet Jackson.
DL does not pull any punches, and I love him for this.
Yo, that was even a punch. That was a snuff.
Yeah,
We're going to get down to the bottom of this coming up in 2 minutes.
That DL photo is wild.
It is. He looks carved in this picture, like he's a wooden person.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Side Dish. Now, Janet Jackson's latest interview with The Guardian dropped over the weekend, and apparently they didn't guard her well enough because they just left her out there. D.L. Hughley quickly jumped into the chat and started swinging at her. This is the worst picture of D.L. Hughley I've ever seen, and that's my man. He looks like the wooden guy from The Wiz, actually the Tin Man. In the interview, Jackson responded to a question about Harris potentially becoming the first black female president. She responded by saying, she's not black. I mean, that's what I heard, that she's Indian. And so when you take it written and depending on what kind of inflection you read that in, like I read it kind of hard. Bring it back up a little bit. Bring it back up a little bit, the thing I was just reading.
Our prompter here.
Okay, cool. So basically, I'll say it how she probably would say it. She's not black. I mean, that's what I heard.
Right, a question versus...
That she's Indian.
Yeah, inflection informs these things. Is it a statement versus a question? Yeah, evidently she continued, I was told they discovered her father was white. Jackson said when the interviewer tried to correct her by saying Harris is both. Kamala's dad, Donald J. Harris, is a Jamaican-American economist and professor at Stanford University. There's a photo of the man right there. And just so we're clear, that is not I think we would all agree, that's not a Caucasian man.
No, it's definitely a Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
And also, like, he's a professor. It's real easy to find photos of most professors.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I hate when they try to do this, prove you're something that you clearly are, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, even if she was Indian, so what? At the end of the day, are we voting for someone's ethnicity or are we voting for their politics? And I'm not telling you who to vote for either way, but you're going to vote in whatever's going to be in your best interest. Not because I'm not going to vote for that person because, they're Honduran. And one time I lost my wallet in Honduras. Like, don't measure that on what you're gonna base your opinions on, man.
It's I don't know, dude. And again, not trying to get into like political about this, but like I've always found it kind of gross when someone has been in the position where they've had to attempt to defend their racial makeup or their background or whatever. I'm just like, why? Why are you pressing this person on their background and their understanding of it, you know?
Well, I think sometimes people be playing to their bases, right?
That's true,
so,
too.
I mean, like when you look at sometimes the racist hierarchy in which
Sure.
people are discriminated at or not necessarily championed for the most, sometimes there is a changing of the guard on who at large people whisper about quietly, you know, behind themselves. So they probably tried to weaponize that Indian portion against Kamala like it was going to do some damage. And you never know, it might actually help her because there's a great base of Indian, you know, U.S. citizens that live here as well, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I remember, man, this is going to sound crazy. I had a guy, he was a buddy of mine, and I'll never forget in 2008, he was like, do you think anybody's gonna vote for him? And I was like, vote for him. And his name is Barack Hussein. Like, do you think anyone's gonna vote for him? And I was like, I don't think that really matters, but there are a lot of people who think that way.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of people out there first off, the way that Trump says black is wild. Black, you know, where it's like
It's like he's spitting the word out.
yeah, it's like I heard she was so that's disgusting to me, by the way. I want to make that clear. But it's like there are people who are like trying to create, I don't know, confusion and discourse there, and I don't know, I don't get it.
I mean, that's the easiest way to divide people.
It's classic division.
Yeah, you know, you throw something out that'll cause commotion and ruckus. Meanwhile, the real game is happening over here, and people are just kind of like just doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So I could go into like deeper detail of the other things that D.L. Hughley said, but at this point, why does it matter, man? Like, and DL's my guy. Like, you know, we used to work at the same company.
Oh, dope.
And one of the best comedians out there and a precision sharpshooter.
I respect him so much because, like, I remember I saw some stuff on the internet. I follow DL. He's never wrong. And I saw some stuff where I think in the beginning when Kamala announced her, her candidacy, a lot of people were coming for her over her history as the Attorney General for the state of California for various things. And DL made this statement where he's like, oh, increased, imprisonment, yada, yada, yada. And then someone got to him, I guess, and says, oh, actually, the story goes like this, and it wasn't the way that a lot of people are presenting it. And then he even went on stage and apologized to her in person. And he said, I got it wrong, and I want you to know I support you and whatnot. And I just have so much respect for people who were like willing to do that.
Yeah.
It made me respect him even more.
Yeah, a lot of times people will throw whatever it is out there that offends people, but the apology sometimes is hard to get.
Yes.
So for him to do that in a big space in front of everybody is super dope.
Yeah.
Somebody said D.L. Hughley needs to D.L. Hush. That's from Justin Harris.
Wow.
Laker in 5 said 1 drop rule. I don't know what that means.
Oh, the one drop rule.
Yeah, 1 drop of blood. Yeah, you African American. Charlie Hustle, does DL always need to comment on everything? Nah, not necessarily.
But I appreciate his comments.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't help yourself, especially when you're a pop culture and a know and flow guy, you know? Yep. Kamala dad is not full black, said Mandate reporter. But once again, is anybody fully anything?
Yeah, what is full?
Man, I took a 23andMe and I qualify for so many things.
Like, we're living in a country, we're living in a country where, like, at one point in time, like, black people are just counted as 3/5 of a person. So, like, what are we arguing about right now?
Yeah, like, there's a lot of wrongs that need to be
Like, what are we, not full? Well, for a long time, no one was.
Yeah.
Which is, like, really F-worded up.
One day the rest of those people are gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Checking my clock.
Should we do birthdays?
Yeah. Undarken this, all right? Let's get to it.
Oh, she made out and almost brought the Kardashian clan all the way down. Jordyn Woods is 27 years old.
Yo, the most famous person for not doing much.
Truly.
Bruce Springsteen, 75 years old. He did the most.
The boss, Ray Charles. Happy heavenly birthday. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh.
When blind people die, what is the last thing they see?
No.
Anthony Mackie's 46 today.
No, you just melted my brain with that.
If you see him in public, don't ask him for a picture.
Really?
Oh.
He's dope in interviews. I've interviewed Anthony Mackie.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's great in interviews.
But in the wild.
Oh, a wild Mackie, not so.
In the wild, I think
we like Mackie.
Oh, I love Mackie. He's one of my favorite people that my favorite Avenger that I have interviewed.
Okay.
Yeah, confirmed.
Got it.
And yeah, like I guess something happened at some point where he took a picture with somebody and they overblew that, right?
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of videos.
Oh, wait, I
on
think
the
I remember
internet,
this.
Yeah, where people was like, I tried to take a picture with Anthony Mackie and he was rude. He's just very firm.
And then Jermaine Dupri is 52 years old. Welcome to Atlanta.
I told Brat the other day, is like, yo, Jermaine won.
He sure did. I'm so glad you said that because, like, I think that might have happened in the commercial break on Dish, and I was like, true story.
Because between Puff Daddy, Suge Knight, and Jermaine Dupri, far as people who were running labels
In the 90s.
and had a staff,
Yeah.
he's the only one who hasn't been in jail.
Nobody says anything bad about him.
None.
Jason Alexander from Seinfeld is 65 years old. I've worked with Jason, and he's a wonderful human being.
Is he?
Yep.
That's good to know.
Wonderful,
Because I'm
wonderful
a
person.
huge Seinfeld fan,
Yeah.
so that's super dope.
Yep.
Coming up next, right?
We giving a cake out real quick?
Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
Who y'all
bugging.
giving the cake to in the comments? Let us know. Ray Charles, we got votes for Ray Charles. Ray Charles, he created the soundtrack of America. Hey.
We see you, Rich Girl Brand.
C, oh, damn. Justin Harris, what are you doing? C is for cake, even if Ray Charles couldn't.
Yo, I had to read that twice.
I did too. Lethal with the wordplay.
Can we
Respect,
pin
sir.
that chat from Justin Harris?
Justin
Because,
Harris,
Yo,
bars.
he's sniper efficiency.
Yeah. Why are you shooting at Ray Charles? He didn't see it coming.
You get the John Wilkes Booth Award.
Yee, Lee.
Good shot there, buddy.
Give him the cake to JD. I see you there, Tish TV.
Okay. Yeah, who you giving the cake to?
It's hard, man. I loved Ray Charles so much as a kid. Like, I really, truly did. But Jason Alexander, I made a movie a couple years ago. The movie's called Faith-Based. It's not a religious film. It's a film about people making religious films, and we kind of poke a little nice fun at it. And the first celebrity we got to sign on was Lance Reddick, and he was amazing.
Okay,
also
yeah.
Heavenly Birthday.
Rest in
but
peace.
but later on, we were able to get Jason Alexander to come on. And sometimes when you meet a celebrity, they're not who you think they would be. They're not who you would want them to be. But then sometimes, you meet somebody and they're better than you could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
And that's Jason Alexander, so I got to give it to him.
Okay, well, for me, I got to run it up one time for Jermaine Dupri.
There we go.
You
There we
won
go.
Hip Hop Squid Game. You know what I mean? Money ain't a thing. For
I was
that
like
brother,
slacking on your pimping. You know who is not slacking on his pimping?
Yep, not him, man.
Yeah.
So, man, appreciate y'all chiming in with y'all cake. A lot of people giving it to Ray Charles in the chat. We see you, Carly. We see you, Lafia. KP said JD. Andrea K said JD as well. So there we have it. We're all over. Everybody's getting some cake.
Yeah, everybody's getting a little cake today.
Now, coming up next, we got something that's going to make you say, oh, hell,
hell
to the
no.
no. To the no,
No.
See you in 2 minutes.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Side Dish. We got a brand new segment, and it's called
Hell no.
No.
Hell to the no. This is when crazy things happen, and it's just like, yo, man, hell nah.
Hell
like,
no.
How would you get out of this?
Hell no.
Who used to say that? Was that South Park or was it my man from Boondocks?
It might have been the Boondocks.
Oh, hell nah. No, it was one of those fake G.I. Joe PSAs. I saw that on one time. It was
yeah.
hell nah. What's up, dog? You gotta look up the fake G.I. Joe PSAs. They're great. So anyway, so a woman was traumatized after finding a dismembered rat wedged in her bread.
Oh.
We could not show you the video or B-roll, but we will.
Do the okay. That's rats eating bread. That's okay.
Okay, this is what we can get
But
away
imagine you're eating bread, and then there's a rat in it.
That would make me never eat at that restaurant again.
Yo, it's like the time, wasn't there somebody who like found like a rat almost dissolved in a can of Coca-Cola one time?
I remember.
Wasn't that a thing? How are rats getting in place? Well, we know how they're getting it.
No. There was another rat situation where a plane had to make an emergency landing when like a rat jumped out of the food that they was eating on a plane.
Yo, how much?
Hell no. To the no.
How much
Hell
ruckus?
to the no.
Okay, the movie Snakes on a Plane, if they could keep that plane in the air, why can't they keep rats on a plane?
Yo, it's something about the fast-moving, sporadic nature of rats that's just unnatural. Like a snake is gonna slither around, it's gonna do its thing, but a rat just moved too quick. Like it's right there, then it's right over there, now it's in a shoe.
Now it's in a shoe.
Some rats can climb.
Yeah. Some rats can climb.
Yo,
some rats can get up in your hair and make a delicious dish.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, ratatouille.
It's out
You
here
never
doing the
know.
best.
You
Yeah,
never
man.
know
Like,
what they're
yo,
gonna
I
do.
remember. You remember how, like, in old cartoons, right?
Yeah.
Like when a lady would see a mouse, she would go, "Eek, a mouse."
Yeah.
I was like, yo, nobody says that. So one time, when I moved to Atlanta, it was probably like my third, fourth year here.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the basement, and I'm just chilling, minding my own business. And then like a little mouse like ran across the baseline of the floor, and it's kind of hard to get them when they're there because, you know, they're
small and fast.
Yeah. I literally jumped up on a stool and said, "Eek, a mouse." Like, eek, unprogrammed, unsolicited. And I just wonder how if the first person that said, "Eek, a mouse," like, is that really where that came from? It's just your natural reaction. Like, kind of where people go, "Ah," when they fall. Like, it's just a natural. Am I the only person here?
Hey, if you've ever,
feel
hit us in the
judged.
comments right now, if you've ever eeked a mouse, if you've ever been walking around and you've eeked, you know.
Yeah, and like, so eventually we ended up killing them by, you know, like at the fireplace, they got like a shovel and like
Dang,
four
you
other
went aggro like that on a little mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my house. You're trespassing.
Yeah, I did. He's not paying rent.
Come get me, Peter.
Oh my gosh. All
Talk
right.
about some commercials, shall we?
All right. So we got hit me with your best spot. These are bad commercials. We need the number to Nutter Butter's plant vendors ASAP.
And by plant vendors, you know what we mean. Because whoever made these commercials, yo, man, it's like a fever dream, bro.
Really?
Oh, let's roll that
I'm
beautiful
excited
bean
about
footage.
Nutter butter, peanut butter sandwich.
What? Wait, hold on.
What has creamy
What is
peanut
this?
butter filling up its middle, and is peanut shaken.
Is this real?
Yeah.
This can't be real.
This is their whole TikTok page. Nutter Butter's whole TikTok
Wait.
page is just weird commercials like this.
Hold on a second. And what? What?
Nutter butter, man.
What is that? That's their TikTok page?
Your nose is
like,
bleeding.
Right now. Is it?
No, I'm just
did I
joking.
just travel through time? What is going on? What is happening?
Yo, I edit videos, Tanner, and I could not recreate that video if I wanted to. Like,
That's some weird, that is a fever dream, dude.
if they scan my brain, your brain, and the brain of the person that made that video, their brain's gonna look different.
That's like you do a lot of shrooms and maybe some acid and then snort a Nutter Butter, and that's what happens to you. That's what you see. What in the world?
Yo, so there's a person by the name of Cassie Fitzwater on TikTok. She posted a video just checking on the people at Nutter Butter to make sure they weren't hacked and they were okay.
Oh, wait.
If you guys have not seen Nutter Butter's official account on here, I need you to stop what you're doing and go look at it. Because I had to. And I think you should too. I'm concerned. Nutter Butter. Are you guys okay? Are you doing all right? I might have nightmares. That's weird. Are you okay?
And the wild part, Tanner, is Nutter Butter replied.
Wait, what? What did they do in the reply? Is there a video reply?
You got that video?
Oh no. Oh
Nutter
no.
Butter. Are you guys
It starts
okay?
with this.
What?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't even know what effects those are. I don't know what cap cut setting.
See, this is what happens. This is what happens when a big company hires like a 14-year-old with 1 million followers on TikTok to run their social.
Absolutely.
Absolute insanity. Like none of us can explain what we just saw. It's like the first time Quiznos dropped that ad with like the little furry things. Because they are good to us. The little rat, fuzzy rat things.
That was nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's just like, what is that? If y'all don't know that commercial, look up Quiznos weird commercial. It'll come right up.
Yo, weirdly enough, that got me to Quiznos.
Yeah, and now I see that's what's weird, HK, is I have a desire for some Nutter Butters right now.
I think we have some in the back.
Do we?
I think we do.
I'm gonna
We
get
do?
some.
Or is it no more?
I'm gonna get some.
Kim
we normally
said
have some, but we don't right now.
We're gonna make that happen.
Oh my
During
God.
the 2-minute break at that.
Yeah, right. Okay, we're gonna come back in just a minute. We're coming. Outkast, Hey Ya is a sad song, and we're doing Friends. We're getting to all the zodiac signs of the cast of Friends in 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Side Dish. Now, we haven't done this in a while. It's called Random Roulette. It's a whole bunch of bite-sized facts that we're throwing at you really quick because we understand that your brain is having a dopamine deficiency, and we're going to move this fast. First and foremost, did you know that Hey Ya by Outkast is actually a sad song? And it's about how people stay in relationships when they're unhappy because it's better than being alone.
Like 3000 said, sex is always better when there's feelings involved. YouTube was meant to be a video dating site when it launched in 2005.
In some ways, it kind of still is.
Still is.
You know, Scottish actor DuRay Scott was originally cast as Wolverine in X-Men, but he had to back out of it. It was offered to Russell Crowe, and Russell Crowe turned it down, and it became recommended to Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that's
That worked out the best, because Russell Crowe's out of shape now, and I don't know the first guy.
I mean, fat Wolverine would be cool. All right, here we
Wolverine.
go. Did you know that the MGM lion is buried in New Jersey on the front lawn of the man who trained him?
As he should be. Mark Ruffalo almost dropped out of 13 going on a 30 because he had such a hard time doing the rehearsals of the Thriller dance scene. Hope they shot that first.
Confession, I haven't seen that movie.
Neither have I.
Number 6, fans thought fans thought Heath Ledger was a terrible choice to play the Joker in The Dark Knight. I kind of remember that era.
He did so good, it killed
He
him.
was great. He killed him.
In 2006, A History of Violence became the last major Hollywood movie to be released on VHS.
R.I.P. VHS. Amy Winehouse was tapped to sing the theme song for the 2008 James Bond flick Quantum of Solace, but she was already a wreck at that point.
That sucks, because I could have definitely used one more Amy Winehouse song.
I know, right?
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was actually born when the creator saw a wife berate her husband for not being as well-dressed as the 3 nearby gay men.
Welcome to West Hollywood. Even though it was a major Hollywood film about fashion, The Devil Wears Prada only had a $100,000 wardrobe budget. You would think it'd be so much higher.
I didn't see that movie. They kind of just put them on Sheen or whatever Sheen was in that year.
Evidently, The Devil Wears imitation Prada.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Last but not least, I know that you guys be like rocking back and forth trying to figure out who did the crime. It's time for Whose Cousin Is It? Take it away, Tanner.
Okay, here we go. I have a slight confession. I got sucked in on this one early. Okay, a phone repairman in Oklahoma, which is where I'm from. Those are my people. This is where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. A phone repairman in Oklahoma was arrested after he sent himself an explicit video from a female customer's phone while he was repairing it.
Ooh.
Oklahoma, a lot of people like this. Others are there.
Yo, Native Americans actually still have a
lot of Native Americans there. Yeah,
big, stronghold on that area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Justin Harris said Cuzzo versus cousin versus Cuther. Other cousin. Like what you did there, brother. Have y'all seen the lady who sings the surprise song? Oh, she's amazing, actually.
I think she's a cousin. Wasn't she a former porn star? Didn't we cover that one time?
The lady who sings surprise?
I think the lady who sings surprise. We'll figure this out. We'll get back to it.
Now I want to book
Yeah.
to sing that song.
But I don't think she's with us.
Oh, she left the company?
Yeah, she left the company.
Well, damn. Let's see. Miss Naughty 93 said definitely Tanner's cousin. Kevin Murray says other cousin.
Tanner's cousins are repairmen. That's true.
Gifts by Chosen said HK's side of the family. I was conflicted. Because I tried my best to not look at the mugshot to the very end. I was so conflicted as to who did this. Because I played a game in my head before I throw it out to the wolves.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Mellow Vibe says, I'm in Tulsa. It could be anyone. You would be surprised. Oklahoma has representation of all people.
I know so many. I know one of everyone.
Yeah.
I even know a Chinaman from Oklahoma.
I told you before, I went to high school with a guy whose last name was Poor Buffalo, and then I also went to school with a guy whose name was Tuan Nguyen. So.
Oh, word? That's a dope name.
Yeah.
Wait, was he black and his name was Tuan Nguyen?
No, he's Vietnamese.
Oh, okay, cool. Because that also sounds like a rapper name. Like, yo, what's your name? Tuan Nguyen.
Oh,
Tuan
and only. Oh, yeah, let's do the news clip, just so we can set it up. Let's roll the news clip here.
This is a nightmare situation. It's new at 5.
That is my cousin.
Repairman behind bars tonight for allegedly sending a customer's videos to himself. The victim discovered it was explicit videos of herself that he stole. Documents say Kayahan Altoon was an employee at The Fix. The victim took her phone in to get the screen repaired, and while they had her phone, she says that she got a notification on her computer that a locked album had been accessed.
Ooh, the locked
album. The suspect was sending himself private videos of her. He was taken into custody for larceny and violating the Computer Crimes Act.
Well, he said his name. You ready?
Yo, Justin Harris is a villain for saying someone said Kamala's cousin.
Yo, look at me right here, Justin. We're gonna need you to tone this down, sir. Also, you never sent us your fired video. We're about to ban you from this. Oh, he did send it?
Oh, Kim
we're gonna do that quick.
We do got your videos.
We do have it. Okay, respect.
We're running them tomorrow.
Yeah. We might as well tell him to do it. Are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Move that van!
Surprise, surprise.
Not my cousin.
Yo, most mall kiosk.
Did you say most mall?
Most mall kiosk, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, the phone, iFixit screen repair place. I mean, this is also kind of scary because, if you have secret things on your phone, how are you going to get your phone repaired?
You just don't.
You don't.
You just don't.
You don't.
There's a couple phones that didn't get repaired. Anyway, yo, thank y'all for pulling up on us on Side Dish, man. We're going to be back at it again tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Thursday. We got 2 more episodes of Side Dish coming up. Continue to comment. Tell us what you want to see on the show. We got new segments. We're brainstorming all the time. Guys, thank you so much for checking it out.
We can't do it without you. Peace and love. Share this video to others, and we'll see you tomorrow, man. Deuces.
Bye.